Okay. I should be online now. I should be online. Tricked the cat into locking himself in my room. Oh, boy. Okay, none of my shit is set up. Nothing is set up. I had to put my ThinkPad away because I needed to use the desk space for something. So nothing is plugged in. Everything is smelly. I even put my little mini router away for some reason. I don't know why. Why'd they put that away? An audio cable. All this shit. Oh, we're starting late, and the actual content is starting even later because I have to plug everything in. Isn't that neat? Isn't that great? Okay. Oh, yeah. So all my stuff. All my stuff. We need a floppy disk. Gamers, I had no idea. Well, I have a browser mouse driver disk. But more important than that, apparently this whole fucking time, I've had this stink pad. Look what I just found in the bag. It came with its dock. It literally came with its dock. But Chuko, shut up. The dock has like a modem port in addition to the Ethernet port. It has a fucking look. It has a DVI out port, and I've been using VGA this whole time. It's got. We already have the one USB, but printer port. Is that serial on here as well? This whole time, I had no idea. I could have been using this, and I don't think the HDMI capture would work because I have a shitty like HD60S, and I don't think that supports like any resolutions that aren't like 720 or 1080. But literally this whole time, I had a dock for this thing, and we haven't been using it because I had no idea I had it. Well, that's pretty fucking dumb of me. That is pretty fucking dumb of me. How did this happen? Oh, man. And now I have to plug everything in. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I don't want to plug anything in. I don't want to plug anything in. Plugging things in sucks. I don't know if you know this, but plugging things in is awful. It's not a fun thing to do. It's the least fun thing to do. If anyone tells you they like to plug things in, they're probably lying to you. At least a little bit. Or maybe they're lying to themselves. You know, either or. They're both possible. Well, got plugging. Plugging and tugging. Let's see. The cable's connected to the other cable. Okay, we have Ethernet going over here. Oh boy. That's what I get for not being prepared ahead of time. The consequence for not being prepared is I get to waste everybody's time. Oops. And I always keep forgetting that the ThinkPad is like falling apart, so I keep having to just chuck pieces back on there. And every day that I wait, I'm sure the price of this model of ThinkPad is just getting higher and higher on eBay, because why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Pachuco, I don't want to talk to you. Go away. HDMI in, rather out. 120. See, $120 is too much for this. It just is. I don't care. It's too much. Oh, well, ow, my noggin. Wait, why is all this shit down here? Someone made a mess of all my pots and pans. Hold on. Damn it. This is the part of the stream where I plug things in and I complain about it, even though it's my fault that shit isn't plugged in. Put this piece of shit away. Throw this some random place. Oh, what am I doing? My power straight. Right. There. Power cable goes right into this sucker. Stuff. Okay, I think that was the hard stuff. Now the rest should be relatively straightforward, maybe? Maybe? Oh boy. Alright. Power cable in. Oh man, where the fuck did I put my mouse? I don't mean my computer mouse, I mean my little tiny mouse friend that I keep under my hat. And he cooks all my meals for me. Okay, here we go. Get that sucker in. I'm looking at the back of the ThinkPad, and the only port on the dock that isn't already on here is that DVI out. Like this has a modem slot, this has a printer port, this has a serial. I guess we weren't really missing out on that much, to be honest. Alright, which end of this cable? Probably this side. Get that right in there. I don't think there's much on the sides. The sides of the ThinkPad has like audio jacks. It has PCMCIA slots that I'm pretty sure don't work, or at least one of them doesn't work, and it's got the the CD thing. So there's really not many useful ports on the side of this thing. So it's really not a great dock. It's not that great of a... Okay, no, let me... It's not a great port replicator. As a dock, you plug the thing in, I'm sure it's fine. But if it's something to... If it's an expansion thing, it's really not a great expansion. Alright, I have no idea if I have this all plugged in correctly, so I guess we're just going to have to find out. Okay. Really? Pachuco, I'm going to send you to college! Paste. Alright, let's see. Let's see if this sucker's gonna work. Oh! It's working. Didn't even have to deactivate it. There we go. Alright, so today is March 28th, 2026, and the time is 13 o'clock, 20 minutes and something seconds. There we go. Ooh. Ooh-wee. Hooey, hooey, hooey. Pachuco, I can hear you over there. If you get into any trouble, there's going to be consequences. And by consequences, I mean I'm going to put you in a cardboard box. Is that a fan noise? I think that's the CD drive and the ThinkPad or something. There we go.
Ding, 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 ding. Welcome to Windows 98. Why are you still using Windows 98? What is wrong with you? Stop buying computers from thrift stores, man!
Alright. So, let's jump back in. I believe we were finalizing some, you know, of the initial graphics we're using for the Cosby kids in the boss fight. It's been a while since we've touched this, just time is not permitted. Streaming on Saturdays for me lately. Chico, you have so much crust right in the corner of your eyes. How do you get this much crust? How do you get this much crust? Stop it. Stop crusting. Okay, so we set up all of the hands, actually. So I believe we actually just have the base animations for the hands, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me... leave that as is. Okay, so I believe we actually have a test animation as well. Yep. No, it's not. It's not timed. There's a debug key. I think I have to click. Yep. Okay. That works. Good. Okay, so now we need the other pieces. Let's get back to Photoshop. Get our file. Okay, I guess next is gonna be Bill. Let's actual pixels so I don't get confused. Okay, is that... Oh, it auto-trimmed it and everything. Okay, I'm fine with that. We're gonna paste... I believe we've been using green as the background. Just to simplify things. And if I recall correctly, every time we export something, we then have to, like, close and reopen Photoshop, otherwise it crashes on the next export for some reason. Like, I don't know why. Like, I don't even think this is a cracked version of Photoshop. I think it's just using a license key that somebody else purchased in 1999. Okay, where's the palette? Is this it? No, I'm gonna load the palette. I can play palette. There is a GIF. I think it's fine. It's been a while since I've done this, so I'm just gonna try it and see if it works. Alright. Stop it! Bill. And then we want the whole window. Okay, that works. And unfortunately, though, we still have to close and reopen Photoshop every time because it, like, hangs if I try to do it again. Where's the hotspot? Already centered, that's good. What did I name these guys? Just their straight up names. Okay, that's fine. Then we'll just name him Bill. Let's get some debug code in here just so we can see him. Animation crouch. Walking. Alright, just some quick example code. Y position is less than... I don't know, we'll try 256. Oof. Float's a little too far down. But, oops, but that's working. Let's try halfway, 128. That might work. In addition to Bill, we also need the entire... Well, before we do the body, though, let's do Bill's transformation. Animation. Domination. Oh, you know what I forgot? He's supposed to have wings. How did I forget that? How the fuck did I forget that? I don't know. I should not have forgotten this. What a dumb thing to forget. Oh, redo that. There we go. And we'll just export him again. Correct palette. Just overwrite the old Bill.
Holy crap!
There. Alright, try this again.
Holy crap!
And now we just get rid of the green. That spot is a little higher up, but you should basically get the same effect. Although now he has to be kind of on a layer behind these guys, so... Send him to the back. There we go. And he needs a simple animation. Where was I storing their animation? Was it crouch down? It was crouch down. So let's try to do something not too complicated for this. We just have to get across the message that the wings are folding in on themselves. turn off replace mode before we make a boo-boo. We have neat little, you know, lines to fold the wings across, so that shouldn't be too difficult. So we're gonna do something kind of like this. A little too far. Should be cool. Try it again. It has problems like going from bottom to right, like where it'll stop like following the mouse. Top down, it does it fine. Well, top to the bottom at least, but the right side, it has an issue with it for some reason. It's annoying. It's like it's off by 1 pixel or something. It's like a very weird off by 1 error. You can kind of coax it into doing it if you get smart. I just got spittle on my screen. Alright, let's repair the outline here a bit. Simple thing like that. Very simple line. The wings fold. And we need to work towards the bill head, so let me actually grab that, because we're going to need that.
Oh.
Gamers, I went to go pick up the little girl from my mom's house this morning, so I stopped at Burger King for breakfast. I recall enjoying Burger King breakfast, like, recently, like, in the past few months, like, going there a few times and actually enjoying it, but this time was just... I didn't get Bill's shoulder things, did I? Fucking damn it. Okay, we're gonna do the shoulder things, like, now. We're gonna like paste them on, they're just the shoulder things. Ugh. But yeah, I recall going to... Shit, my headset's running low on batteries. Don't have a spare cable. Hopefully the battery lasts for another... hour and a half, maybe? But yeah, I recall going to Burger King for breakfast and enjoying it. A few times in the past few months. But this time, I don't know, I fucking hated it. Like, I got the breakfast burrito with sausage, which is usually what I get from there. And, I don't know, it felt like a chore to eat that thing. Like it was greasy, but of course it was greasy. It has fast food sausage in it. But just biting into it, like, I wasn't enjoying the greasiness. I wasn't enjoying It's so hard to explain why I wasn't enjoying it, because it's something I should like. The tortilla was very soft. The eggs were there. I don't recall tasting too much cheese, so maybe that's part of the problem? I don't know. But but it just wasn't enjoyable for me. And like, the hash brown bites were just annoying me for some reason. I don't even know how to explain that. Did I like load up the shoulder things and then like not save them? Like I closed the window. Nope, there it is.
Holy crap!
And I got some what do you call it? French toast sticks as well because I'm a fat piece of shit. And I mean those were the most enjoyable part. The rest all sucked. And it's like I shouldn't have disliked the burrito because there was nothing wrong with it. I mean maybe I could use more cheese, sure, but is that a reason to hate a burrito? I don't think so. So I don't know, it's a weird experience, because I don't recall disliking that shit in the past. Very disappointing. Let's see, is that lined up correctly? Maybe like that. That looks fine. First, now we have to see about... I think we just plaster this one here. We'll be fine. The other one's covered by the wing. There, that should work. You got a Pentium 3 computer working. I mean, there's a lot of games you can try on a Pentium 3 computer. The important question is, do you have a video card in there? Because the video card is going to determine what you can and can't play on there. Why'd I do that? It's not at all what I meant to do. Rotate this guy for the animation. And then make him a little bigger. That's just as part of the animation. I'm pretty sure Burger King uses fake eggs. Like, I really doubt, highly doubt they would have, you know, fresh eggs or anything. It just doesn't seem like something they would bother with. Okay, now we can grab the Cosby head. I think there is one. Yeah, check what video card you have. Make sure you have the correct drivers installed. And kind of look up, you know, if it's a gaming graphics card or if it's just a basic piece of shit. If it's just a basic piece of shit, then you're going to kind of be confined to stuff like, you know, StarCraft, Warcraft, The Sims. The Sims should run very well on it. The Sims has a very good software rendering mode. Yep, a bunch of the SimCity games. I'm sure there's a bunch more strategy games you can do. If you go back to games from before that timeline, you know, from the you go back to games that are meant for Pentium 2s and Pentium 1s, then you have a smorgasbord of games to play, you know? You can do Doom, Quake, all that stuff very easily, and it'll run just fine because it was meant to run software and stuff. Fury 3, yeah, Fury 3 would work. You can try out the X-Wing and TIE Fighter games. Those are pretty fun. I'm just trying to think of games that that wouldn't be unplayable without a graphics card. That's the main consideration to make. Yeah, Duke 3D, of course. So, like, all those, you know, late DOS, early Windows era games are going to run great. Anything interesting to do with it except playing games? I mean, a lot of stuff, you know? You could, I say a lot of stuff and I have nothing to follow up with. It's a little boring, but, like, slap Microsoft Office on there and you can, like, write shit. I don't know, keep a journal or something on it. You could do Photoshop of the era just fine. Find the correct Photoshop for that era of computer. Screensavers. What do people do with computers other than game and office stuff? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Are there other uses for computers? You could put your MP3s on there. Listen to music through it. Put some, like, movies and TV shows on the hard drive and, watch stuff on it. There's a bill head I just saved. There we go.
Holy crap!
It just comes down to your imagination, what you want to do with it, really. Whatever you can think of. A floppy drive onto a boot sector for it. Yeah, that sounds extremely complex. That's not something I'd be able to do. Just focus on simple stuff. Just think of what you'd be doing with a computer of that time period. In that actual time period. You know? And then just do that. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to think about it too hard. You just do it. Oh, lagging a bit. Probably because I have Photoshop open. Hold on. Down it comes. Then I'm gonna click and they're gonna start the transformation. That's incredible. Oh. Lord. Okay. I need to get the body in here. Hello, Bella Noche. Thanks for joining us. Alright, let's see. Let's get back into Photoshop. Oh, if this thing can handle it, Jesus. We have a memory leak? A high chance we do. Okay, let's focus on the body layer, which is going to get used for... Albert parts and all that. Let's see. Okay. Anyway, the most annoying part of my disappointing breakfast is now my stumbly is all crumbly, and it's gonna be that way all day. So it's like I had a miserable breakfast for no good reason. Literally for no good reason. I did not benefit from it at all. Breakfast is ruined. Where is it?
Holy crap!
Oh, that's a large body. Just like that. It looks like there's some green specks in here that have gone unaccounted for. Just grab those. There we go. The hotspot should be good. You know what? For this, I'm actually going to put the hotspot directly in the bottom. It's just going to make managing it a lot easier, both in code and just visually. Just stick it down there. It'll just be exactly where it needs to be. It's amazing. Okay, so I need to have an Albert in here. Do I have him on the side? I like how I never changed his object name from Big Enemy. Also, I'm pretty sure his icon... Yep, his icon is still when I drew, like, a weird, like, baby Mario inside of a spaceship. For some reason, I thought he was bigger. I really thought he was bigger. Like, I thought he was head-sized. But he's just a little orb. It's kind of weird. Uh-oh. We're chugging a bit. Alright. Okay, the Albert orb has to be moved behind. Okay, so I figure what's gonna happen is once we're on this screen, Buster or Binky or someone can say, you know, shoot, we were so close to the thing, register trademark. And that's when Albert comes in his pod. And maybe he can swoop past us, like down off the bottom of the screen. And then there's kind of maybe a shaking effect, or maybe not sold on that, as Albert's pod attached to the body rises up from the bottom. And at that point, the Cosby Kid hands, well, not his hands, as their human forms float down from the top. Then, then the Bill human form floats down in front of Albert. Then they do the transformation, and then suddenly they're Cosby bot. I think that can work. So let's see, can I select? See, I'm trying to shift click them. It's not working. It's control click. Okay, I have to control click them. But you can look. You're very annoying. I can't have you in my lap right now. Okay, let's move them all up there. Are they properly off screen? Yep. No footsies. Okay, so let's work on actual introduction thing here. Oops. Okay, where is the speech? I think it's this one. Right? Maybe? Ah. Where are we doing this? Where are we doing the speech? Where's my timeline code? No, I left it in because he still starts talking. Is this it? This might be it. Yep, there it is. Okay, so that means we have to pull up the that means you have to pull up the text box and type in the text.
Oh.
Where's my text box? Damn it. Hope it's just named text box, otherwise I'm gonna have a problem here. What do you mean Photoshop PDF? There's no such thing as a Photoshop PDF. Not how PDFs work. Where's my text box? I have it somewhere else? Yep, there it is. Okay, here we go. God damn this space bar. Registered trademark. Yep. Pachuco, be quiet. I think I was doing this in Paint still. God damn it. Fine, do it this way. And save this as a 256.
Holy crap!
But still, before I import this, I'm gonna let's make sure this is saved, because I don't trust this to not crash. Come on. Pachuco, get down from there! Thinks he can just stand on my computer, little asshole. -3, -5. Not importing, pasting. Damn it, see, that's exactly why I saved. Exactly why I saved. Real time, you're thinking too hard about it, and there's no reason to, like, think too hard about people who are upset with like people who are currently fucking up the entire world for everybody, so don't worry about it. There we go. -3, -5. I guess we can have Binky say it. Which direction is he? He's the third direction, so 1, 2, 3. Pachuco, I don't want to talk to you. I'm busy. I was already looking at the correct spot. I needed to modify him now. His fucking cat. Okay, there it is. This one. And this one. But Chico, you act like you never get any love any day of your life. You act like you're so starved for love. You sleep in my bed next to me every night. How much more love do you need? He has no answer, because he's in the wrong. Pachuco, I'm busy! Fine, stay there. Just don't be a pain in the ass. Okay, I need to access the cutscene, Albert. Oh, that's stage. Is that stage? No, that's just scrolling through the list. Okay, I was worried I was scrolling to different stages. Okay, I just want to give him a basic back and forth movement. Just a simple one. And a little slower. Yeah, I should do it. Alright. At the start of the level, we're going to set... I'm just going to do some basic coding on cutscene Albert here. I'll set value A to... is... Y position. I completely missed that click somehow. Oh, is it because I don't have my cursor in here? Yep. Okay. Okay, value A. Okay, so. Do I have a... I'm gonna need a boss state counter. Need the boss state counter. But that's missing an entire S. And it has a very sad O. And like... the B has, like, a brain disorder, but it'll work. There we go. Okay, so, if boss state equals 0, and... one more trick. Always set Albert's y coordinate to Albert's value A. Also, I need to pause the music for a few seconds so that when I'm preparing this for the YouTube upload, I have a good spot to sample the background noise that's coming through this shitty, I'm not fuck with the cable, this shitty audio cable, so that I'm able to apply a noise removal filter in Audacity, so we don't have this annoying background hum. So by pausing the music and waiting a few seconds, I'm going to have a nice long sample of just the background noise. And I can cut it out of the YouTube upload. This should have been long enough, so I'm going to turn the music back on now. There, okay. So we're going to always set his position to A, and this is something I'm going to test out. We're also going to try to set his direction to his current direction -1. Alright. So, we're in boss state 1, which is actually 0, but don't worry about it. And Albert is not very far down screen. We'll try 64 for now. And we will not subtract, add. Add to value A1. How do I feel about RC Cola? I've never had RC Cola. I've never even seen RC Cola available for purchase outside of a like a 12-pack box at a grocery store. And I have never felt compelled to purchase like 12 cans of something that I've never had before, so never ended up purchasing it. Let me close that up. Let me leave Photoshop open for now, just in case. Oh boy. Oh god, I'm like baking the computer. Is RC Cola not around anymore? Where's fake Albert? He's not coming on screen. Okay, I wonder why. Cutscene Albert, add 1 to ultra value A. And we're always setting his position to ultra value A. As a test, I'm going to move him on screen just so I can see what he's doing. He's moving the way I want him to, a little too, quickly. He's supposed to be going downward, because his ultra value A is supposed to be getting added to. Wow, he moves fast. We made him super slow. Not much better. But why is he not going downward? Oh, let me look at my code again. Something's wrong. At the start of the level, and only at the start of the level, we're setting his A, ultra value A, to his Y position. And then we're always setting his Y position to ultra value A and having him turn around. Then later on, as long as boss state equals 0... Oh, that's the problem. We have it set to if A equals 64, not if A is less than 64. So I'm just stupid. I do want him to kind of move more left and right, so we're going to have to adjust something here. So rather than every frame having his direction get changed, we're going to have to do it less often. Let's try every 1 second. That might not be often enough, but we'll see. Yeah, 1 second is not often enough. He just, like, fucked off. Okay. Copy this so I can pace here more easily. Let's find another timer event that we can try. Let's see. Oops. Just need a good timer event I can piggyback off of. Every 2 seconds is even worse. Just want a short timer event. Something less than a second. Every 25 stinky seconds. So let's try that. Okay. Alright, let's see if that works better. Okay, the value of 64 is too small, but that is working. He's just kind of hovering back and forth. So let's try maybe 256. And we might end up making him go faster. $256 is a little too far down, so maybe like 128 might be a good compromise. $128 is not far enough. Okay, so when the timer hits 10 seconds, we can have him continue downward, I think. Where are my timer events? Stage timer, here we go. Equals 10. That is when we will set the boss state to 1, which will trigger him to move further down as soon as we, actually set that up. So equals 1, and ultra value A is less than 640 or 80. Let's say 500 to give us some room. We'll have him move down, but a little quicker. And 1. A little quicker. Now he should start moving. Oh, okay. 500 was not enough. He's just like hanging out down there. Maybe like 532. But now he's off screen. Okay. So once he's off screen, we're gonna bring in the body. So I figure once he's off screen, we can destroy his cutscene object and just have the body play an animation where he's joined to it, and we'll just change that later once the thing actually starts. Probably the crouch down animation, doesn't really matter. Okay, we need him to be... We need room at the top, which is going to be annoying. So you know what? We're not going to do that. I'm going to do this a little differently. So, let's check the timer again to see when we should switch to the next phase of the opening cutscene. 16 seems like a good one. He goes down, you wonder where he went for a second, and then he starts rising back up. Okay. So, at 16, we'll set the boss state to 2. Okay, if boss state equals 2, then we're always going to set... Well, then two things. First of all, one, we're going to stop his movement and set his speed to 0. Next, when boss state equals 2, we're always going to set alterable value A to the Y position of the body minus some value. Whatever value ends up positioning him on the head, we're going to have to figure that out. And if boss state equals 2, and the body's Y position is greater than 480, we'll start having him move upwards. Nice one. Alright, let's see what happens. Save and see what happens. Chug a little. I'm just gonna fuck up the timing of the cutscene a bit until it, catches up. That's just what it is. Kind of blinked into existence, which isn't great. Where's Bill? Not Bill. Where's Albert? So why is this so far forward? It should be in the back. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe he's being overlapped. Why is he overlapping everything? He's set to be in the back. So I think the issue, you notice how when he starts rising on screen, suddenly he blinks into existence when he's only partially, he blinks into existence when the very top part of his collar is on screen. I think somehow, he's so far down here that when he's getting moved on screen, he's being, almost recreated. Because of how far down his hotspot is. So I think we're actually going to have to remove his hotspot again, unfortunately. The very top. We're just going to make the code a little more annoying, but probably do what we needed to do. And we're going to have to figure out, how far up he's supposed to rise as well, which is going to be annoying. That's the only explanation I can think of for how it's behaving. That's better. Now we just have to figure out how high he's supposed to rise until it, it'll work. See, that's a little too high because you can see the bottom of the skirt. So how many pixels is that? I bet I could literally count it. Okay, good. Let's count it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. We're off by 13. is either going to be plus or minus 13. So we'll try in both directions. I don't have the brain power to figure out which way in my head. 141. We'll try 141. Truth, did I get the correct Y position? I did. Okay. Okay, then I guess around 28. We can have the next part start happening with it. With everyone coming in. Oh man, my stomach. I should not have eaten that. God, I'm never having Burger King for breakfast again. Like, I'm so disappointed with myself. Oh, I should not feel sick from eating Burger King for breakfast. Okay, so now we need the boys to come down. I want them to come down relatively in sync. Let's see, stage 3. Check one of the bottom ones. We'll check Rudy. If Rudy's Y position is less than, I have no idea. We'll figure it out. 256. We'll move everyone downward 1 pixel. It's going to be a little annoying to code in here, but go and do it. Have to go all the way in here. I could just type Harold. Okay. Rudy. Bucky. Donald. Mushmouth. Why has this guy gotta have, like, the least human name out of all of them? Like, what did he do to deserve that? I guess what he did was not talk good, but maybe that's not his fault. Maybe he's got, like, a disorder. Ah, this lag. Suppose the calculator gets RAM back. Why is he off center? He's off center because I didn't specify his X position, only his Y position. So I need to fix that. Okay, 256 is a little... 256 is fine. Otherwise they'll be overlapping the HUD up there. Okay, so let's let's lock in the X position as well. X coordinate to 320. And just make sure that didn't screw anything up. Nope, okay, he's centered correctly. Right, around 35. Bill can come in. Oops. Drag our bill event down here so it's in a more logical place. Alright, let's see if he's going too high or too low when he spawns in. And Bill should come in now. I think that's good positioning, but once he actually transforms into the head, we may have to like quickly pop him up into the correct spot. And I was so enamored by this, I wasn't watching the timer to see when I should be timing all this. Let me kind of move the timer up here so I can actually fucking see it. And this time I'm going to pay attention to the timer so I know when the next event should happen. One-winged angel during this? I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe at like 44, they can suddenly snap into their transformation. I'm gonna click on your link, Shingo. This better not be, like, anything that will upset me. I don't know. I don't know if that matches the tone. You know what? Hold on, do I have it on this computer? Well, let me save before I do anything I'm gonna regret. Not that. What's going on? Man, the computer is chugging a bit. I'm gonna blame the fact we still have Photoshop open, which I should probably close. We have shit. No, I was gonna say, do we have the complete GeoCities MIDI collection on here? We don't. That's on my main PC. which isn't a huge deal. I can just check it from here. But I was hoping it was already on here. Okay, I'm opening the 2009 GeoCities MIDI archive to see if... Let's see. Okay, there's some Final Fantasy VII MIDIs here. First, I'm in the section labeled FF7, so let's see. That's fine. It's just the same thing, just in the piano. It's such a good boss fight. Do I have any assets from the Arthur Deep Sea Diving PC game? Not really, but that's kind of what we based this on. So, it still works. Problem is, a lot of these are just labeled Final Fantasy VII Mid 97, 100, 102. That's not the same song, is it? That's another one? That's definitely a different one. That's definitely a different one. This one's too short to be it. Yeah, this one's like 3.5 minutes long. That's not it. That's like drums and shit. It's also not it. I should burn it all to a CD. It's not it. That's not it. That's not it either. Then switches to FF8, so let me go down to see if there's another Final Fantasy section I'm missing here. Wait, is this it? If it is, it's horrible. Like, this is really bad. Like, this is really badly done. Ew. I'm gonna keep scrolling through here. How about final? No. I think we'd be better off actually just looking for the song directly. Let me check. I still don't even know if we're going to use this or not. I just feel like I want to find the MIDI now. See, this is how the internet could work if everything wasn't running like with 20 million JavaScript files in the background. Okay, PlayStation. Okay, this page might be a little heavy. Just a little heavy. Oh boy. Goddamn spacebar. Final Fantasy VII. What was that stupid song called? Those Chosen by the Planet. What a pretentious ass name for this song. Where's my phone? Buzzes on my phone. Good news. Cinco has cheesecake for me. I'm assuming she means actual cheesecake. I'm gonna stop. Let's see. There's no those chosen. Oh no, there's one. How much you want to bet I click on this and it's the shitty one we just listened to? Save to disk. It's named the exact same as the one we just listened to. I'm pretty sure it's the shitty one we just listened to. But we have to verify regardless. Maybe not? Hold on. Let's give it a few moments here. Not sure about the instrument choice on it. That instrument choice is kind of ruining the whole thing. Like, why would they pick that instrument? Like, I feel like there's like a guy wearing like overalls and a straw hat with a fiddle, and he's going, and it's kind of ruining everything. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's better than the other one, but it's still very bad. Underneath the rotting pizza! Yeah. Well, we won't worry about the MIDI for now. Just won't worry about it for now. Okay, what was I doing? I completely forgot what step I was on. So now I have to rewatch the fucking intro we're working on. I think 44 would be a good time for them to snap into their transformation. In fact, I bet I already have it set up in here. No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. Take just a second. 44. Change it to the next phase. And I believe we just have to change all their animations to crouch down. That'll make them transform. Alright. And we also want to destroy the cutscene Albert at that part, since he's going to be absorbed into the machine. Didn't the original, like, 1990 whatever PC release of Final Fantasy VII use MIDI for its music? I don't know, because I didn't play the PC version. It did? Roland Sound Canvas, huh? That's pretty good. The head, I think, is a little lower down than we had planned, but that should be okay. So I have to make sure the, all this shit's in the front. Otherwise it's not gonna look good. Yeah, that's an actual lives count. We're just gonna leave that alone. And I believe we can move around this whole time. Of course, we're not going to be able to do anything, but we have the option to move around. I only moved the health bar forward. I didn't move its border forward. Oops. Okay. Okay. That's good. We're doing good there. Like, this is going great. Have I ever played a Final Fantasy? The only Final Fantasies I've played is I played some of 6. Like, I never even got to, like, the floating islands. I usually stop playing around the Opera House or that one, like, town that's full of bad guys. I played a small amount of 5. I think that's it. Like, I'm not a JRPG person, so I've really never played a lot of it. You know, it was never up my alley. It just wasn't my thing. So I'm looking something up here. I'm looking at the Final Fantasy VII 1998. It said a demo, didn't it? I kind of want to see how it would run on this computer. If it's available. Software. Sort by downloads. Final Fantasy VII demo. Seems like kind of a weird demo, at least the screenshot does. Only 70 megabytes. Wonder if I'd be able to install this. Let's see. It doesn't matter if I can't, but I kind of want to see. As we were talking about it. Or, hope I spelled correctly. Archive.org /download / Final Fantasy VII demo. See how that loads up, because these pages have an annoying tendency to not work for no good reason. Okay, that's going a little better. Motherfucker! Yep, exactly what happens. Okay, well, I'll download it on my main PC and see if I can transfer it over on that one website. FileBin? Hopefully FileBin supports a 70 megabyte file. Looks like it's supporting it. God damn it. Wait for it to finish. 70 kilobytes a second, so it's not going to finish anytime soon. Of course. Of course. Well, whatever. We need to get the health bar from a previous stage. Previous boss fight, I mean. Let's go back and grab one. There's that health bar. There it is. Good. And how was I positioning this health bar again? Really should have this written down. Oh, I miss the gadget stages so much. Every once in a while, I get this idea in my head where it's like, you know, it would be really fun to just like take some random like dev kit or game engine and port just the gadget, the Gex gadget level to like Game Boy or Game Boy Advance or N64. But then I remember I have a 2-year-old and I don't have time for that, and then I don't do that. Okay, 60698. Let me get a notepad. Six 60698. Every 6 stinky seconds, we add 1 to the counter. So let's fold up. Okay, that should be pretty simple. Will we ever make anything as good as Gadget? Like I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like this whole thing has been great. It's fun to work on this and everything. You know, this absurd shitpost for a video game. But if we had ended development right after the Gadget boss fight, and just, you know, give it some cutscenes, the game over mechanic, etc., etc., and the Gadget boss fight was the end of the game, it would have been perfectly acceptable. It would have been perfectly acceptable. Instead, we're doing all this. Instead, here we are. Oh shit, I just realized if the boss health counter is a counter, it's gonna have problems with the side walls. Oh, we might have to turn this into an active object, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but... Oh... Like, it's already almost an active object, because it's an animation. Man, there's not like a simple way to just turn this into an active object. No, there wouldn't be. They wouldn't know how to do it. Shit, we gotta make an active object out of this. Aw, man. What a pain. And the Final Fantasy VII demo is downloading even slower. So how is this working? 1 pip. I just had to make sure I wasn't doing like 2 pips or nothing. Alright, well, this is going to be significantly easier than what we did for the gradient graphic health bar. We're just drawing over some lines now, that's going to be a lot easier to do. Okay, so... Does this show numbers if I hover over? No, of course not. Okay, so 0... Oh, damn it. Okay, so... The last one is a 0. So, okay, so 0... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yep, okay, that makes sense. So this is going to be the full health bar, and each of the ones going leftwise is going to be 1 pip lower. So this one here is going to be 0 health. And then we just do the work and keep checking in on our download, hoping it goes through. Am I at the top? I hope I am. Oh, this is double size. I thought these were single size pixels. Significantly easier than that health bar. I don't even remember the process for the health. I think it was literally 1 pixel for each direction of the health bar, which is a lot more annoying. Now it gets a little more annoying because the default zoom is not going to show the part that we're working on now. So we'll go down to 4x. I'm really hoping I'm not like mixing up one of my steps of this little assembly line, and then I'm gonna have like an off by 1 shit by the end, and have to do it all over. Right, now we'll try 2x, which makes it a little more annoying, but at least I can see it. Did that right? I did. I'm still really glad we went with the Mega Man health bar for the bosses. It's just so fitting. If we ever do a sequel, we're gonna have to use like the Mega Man X health bar instead. Done. 3 more pips. Oops. Oops. Hold on. There. Okay. No off by 1 error. We are good. Good. Default direction is this one. That one. That's our default direction. Come on, ThinkPad. I've already forgotten the timing. Was it 44? Do I have anything on 44 here? Nope, 44 is the transformation. Okay, let's check the timing again. After we save. And now we're gonna have fuck timing because of the loading. Just let it load in and then we'll reload. Okay, reload. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a cutscene skip when we're actually, you know, working on the boss fight. This shouldn't be too difficult to implement. We've done it before. $45 seems good. Alright. Okay, so I didn't name it? Why? Actually, I just realized we have it set to be full by default. We don't want that. We want it to be empty by default. There we go. Alright. Let me set the position to 6 of 698. Might as well use up another boss stage since it's not like numbers are in short supply. Okay, so let's respond in. If direction is I can't do less than or equal to. Okay, no problem, no problem. Work around that. Always. Set its own direction to its own value A. So, boss stage 6, and value A is less than 28. And every 6 stinky seconds, we'll add 1. It's amazing how quickly the intro sequence came together after all that work we put into the graphics for it. I'm gonna set it up to play the sound effect, even though we have sound effects disabled right now due to this specific computer's sound card issue with Windows 98. It wasn't really meant to work with Windows 98. Alright, where is it? Should be this one. Re-enable the samples just so we can test it. I forgot we had that sound effect with the voices. There. And at that point, you know, the boss fight actually starts. Let's just set up the coding real quick. shifted into the actual boss fight stage. And I guess 7 is going to be the first actual stage of the boss fight, because the rest is all used for the lead-up. Yeah. We've knocked out, like, basically all of it save the sound effects, and we have a good reason for not doing the sound effects because of the sound card issue with this computer. The idea is we're going to come back later on a different computer to set up the sound effects on this so we can do it without hanging up the whole thing, because it can't handle all those sound effects all at once. Should be good. Hold on, gamers. Let me check to see if this little girl took a nap. Because she might have not have taken the nap, for all I know. No, she's napping. When did she fall asleep? Let's see. When did this stinky girl fall asleep? Oh, she conked out, like, right at 1 o'clock. Pretty impressive. She must have been exhausted. Okay. Write down that she did that. Yeah. So, we can wake her up soon, and she'll have had a good nap, and then she won't sleep tonight, and she will make my entire night miserable. Good. Great. This is good. I definitely like how this has come together. The problem is now we have to start figuring out how the boss fight is actually going to function. How it's actually going to, you know, take place. So we have the head, we have the hands. I mean, I figure each hand is going to, you know, attack on their own, with their own, like, you know, with their own method of attacking. I figured, you know, some of them can do kind of like bullet hell stuff with like a bunch of like bullets coming out that you have to dodge. Some of them can do like, you know, maybe like swooping like fists, you know, like slamming down. And for most of our boss fights, we've done the traditional boss fight style of the boss attacks, you avoid the attacks and wait for the boss to enter his brief phase where he's vulnerable. You know? That classic style boss fight. We could try to do the same here. We could have it so, you know, you're spamming the hand with bullets, and once you've hit the active hand with enough bullets, eventually 1 pip from the health bar goes down. Like, there's multiple ways we can approach this. And yeah, later on in the fight, we could even have, like, 2 hands attack at once, you know? We could maybe have some of the hands do, like, combo attacks later in the fight. We can have them unleash more, like, bigger desperation attacks, like the Cosby head can start shooting, like, quaaludes out of its mouth. Lots of things you can do here. There's lots of ways to approach this, so... we can work on that. Looks like our download is almost finished. And we're obviously not going to get anything else done today, it's already 3. I should be ending the stream right now, but I want to try to install the Final Fantasy VII demo. So let me free up some RAM.
Holy crap!
Let this finish so we can close RetroZilla. Claims to be finished. Close RetroZilla. Let's unpack this. It's still so weird to me that there's a version of 7-zip for Windows 98. Like, I feel like that shouldn't be. And yet it is. And yet here we are. I hope this is like a horrible virus that just, like, turns my computer into, like, a pile of goo. Well, what if this just installs Norton antivirus on my computer? I kind of want to peek in the data folder to see if there's any, like, straight-up MIDI files in here first. MIDI. No, they're in a weird format. Though they probably are MIDI files, just, you know. There's a wind wave file. Wow. Whoa, it's so windy in here. Let's see if it'll let us install this. Setup. Whoa! Look at that rad motorcycle! I'm not going to install DirectX 5 because we already have DirectX something on here, so I'm just going to go next. Who's this freak? Why is Bayonetta here? Good old 44%. Oh, God. It's choking a bit. Speaking of choking a bit. It claims to be installed. Oh, there's a configuration file. Hold on. Weird. 640 by 480, that's fine. General MIDI. Graphics. Wow. Oh, we're at maximum screen. Sound. Test center. That sound, alright. MIDI. Test MIDI. That's working. Right, let's see if the game will run. It's working! They are MIDIs! How do I move? The arrow keys are... Is it WASD? Is it IJKL? How do I move? Do I use the mouse? Escape isn't doing anything. The spacebar, control, shift, backspace, numpad. This is a laptop, doesn't have one. I'll hold the FN key. No. How about numlock? I'll turn on numlock. Okay, numlock is on. No. Alt F4. We have to check the README. Where are the controls? Game controls. Okay, remember. Now remember, gamers, you cannot install Final Fantasy VII Demo unless you have at least a Pentium 133 with supported 3D accelerator card, at least 4 megabytes of video memory, or a Pentium 166 without a 3D accelerator card. You need at least 32 megabytes of RAM, Windows 95, and DirectX 5, okay? Oh man, it is the numpad! It does support gamepads, but I already have the mouse plugged in. How can I test if my numpad is working? Hold on. Okay, right now it's letters. Let me turn on numlock. That wasn't numlock, that was scroll lock. Yep, it was scroll lock. That's why it wasn't working. Numlock and scroll lock are on the same button on this computer. There we go! I'm playing Final Fantasy! I'm doing it! Oops. Go, Cloud, go! Where are your hands? Look at this man! He's just resting. Sir? He's gonna kill us! Oh, he was actually like a dragon or something this whole time! Shit! Oop, 5 is the pause button. How do I fight? Is it 0? Is it, enter? It's enter! Kill everybody! Nobody hit the dragon? Beat up the dragon! Get him! I did it. I'm very good at Final Fantasy. Wow. Oh boy. We gained no items. But we have like 4 million gil. 4 goddamn gorillion gil. What do you have to say for yourself, sir? It's dangerous up ahead. Be careful on your way. Well, what are you doing here? If any stranger should greet you warmly while traveling, be sure to greet them back. You just said it's dangerous. Why would I trust random strangers? Woo, I guess that's the fun of being on the road. This guy talks like a Pokemon NPC. Let's walk into the sun and burn up. Oh, the sun's gonna kill us! Shit! Oh, the sun was full of birds! Fuck! Uh-oh. Kill the sunbirds. Birds are done. No problem with the birds. Oh, we got 1 bolt plume. I have no idea what that means. What an exciting part of the game for them to make into a demo. Just slowly walking on some dirt. Like, this is the most thrilling part of the game they could think to entice you to play it. Like, this is peak Final Fantasy VII right here. I'm just going to walk on the PNG. Getting tired of these birds. I don't know how to go back, so that's what we're doing. Oh no! Birds aren't supposed to be invincible to electricity? Pokemon taught me otherwise! Oh no! Somebody built a tower here! Can I run? Is there a run button? I found the finger button. I found another finger button. I can't find a run button. Oh, it's 0! Is this the music we wanted, by the way? Because it's in one of those files, and I have no idea how we can get it out. I guess I can't go in here. I'm starting to remember why I don't like JRPGs. Oh, he's giving us the big suck! Don't let him give you the big suck! Oh, we just leveled the fuck up. damn, this is a lot of walking around. Like, really? This is the most, like, demo-worthy part of the game they could think of? Were they sure about this? There's nothing even here. This is awful. This is a very bad idea for a demo. Like, why put the demo here? Also, I'm like stuck. I don't know how to exit. I'm desperately trying to leave. Wasn't the PlayStation demo of this literally set at the beginning of the game? With the whole, like, theatric sequence of, like, arriving at a train, jumping off the train, going through the city, killing the bad guys, and then fighting a boss? Why would they not use that for the PC demo? Why would they not use that? Like, what the fuck? I don't know.
Goodbye, stupid. We've had a lot of fun on your crappy computer. Please don't ever come back.
Well, anyway. That was our stream. Sorry, I got this dry cough. Maybe it's allergies. That was our stream for the day. We got a pretty nice amount done on the boss fight. We got basically the whole intro done other than sound effects, which is on the back burner for this entire stage anyway. So, good. So long as nothing else comes up in the schedule, I'm not sure if there's any schedule conflicts yet, then Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, we'll play some more Malice, for better or worse. Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, more Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. And then next Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, so long as nothing else gets in the way of my schedule, we will be continuing work on the boss fight. That's right. Alright, if you excuse me, I'm going to go and, it's one of those situations where I really wish I had like a secret foot pedal under here that I could press to end the stream while I'm just doing this. But I don't. I don't have one. Hey Siri, end the stream.
Sorry, I don't understand.